Hey JSA, I'm Shabrea.
And I'm Dario.
And today we're
interviewing
Freddie
Mr. Freddie
Stevenson.
Stevenson.
Okay, first question. Go ahead, Dario.
How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Lakeland, Florida, born and raised.
So what inspired you to start playing football?
When I was younger, I used to just always run around with a football, seeing some older people in the neighborhood that played football, and my parents, they put me into it early on.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got a daughter. She's 2 years old.
Are you in a relationship with anyone at the moment?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship with her mother. I actually met her mother when I was in high school. We've been together since, I believe, my 11th grade year in high school.
Was life for you hard growing up?
Yeah, I mean, it had its ups and downs. We had times where things were good and then times where things were real bad. I remember times where we were homeless, struggling for food, and just trying to make ends meet. And times got a little better, and that's really ultimately what life is. You're gonna have your obstacles, and we overcame everything that we went through. We stayed the course, and we got through it.
Okay, so how do you deal with hate while playing football? As well as how would you help other people that are going through hate, like coping?
It comes with the territory. I know it's tough. Like when I was younger, I used to really let it bother me. Like why? Because you have a great heart. A lot of people have great hearts, and they're wondering why these people go out their way to spew hateful things, and just jealousy it kills them. But ultimately, everybody can't be in that position. A lot of people want to be in that position, and they're envious because they can't. And a lot of people will get mad at you because they see the way that other people love you, and it just comes with it. A part of being chosen, and I just learned that I had to have thick skin because ultimately I can't allow that negativity to mess up my energy and trick me out my position and stop me from reaching my ultimate goal and understanding that the haters are going to come.
What is your favorite NFL football team?
I grew up a Bucks fan. I still like the Bucks, but the Chicago Bears gave me an opportunity to play in the NFL, and I'm forever grateful for that. Even though it didn't last long, I got to accomplish one of my childhood dreams. So I definitely appreciate them.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a speaker, entrepreneur. I got a lot of different things going on. I actually have a book out as well. I'm an author, best-selling author. So I do a lot of different things, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, is it stressful sometimes being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I believe my first year doing it, I just told myself after a few things that I went through, I was like, man, I can't. I tried it out working for someone, and I kind of got screwed over. And I just put in my head, man, I can't do that anymore. I gave everything to them, so I just went out on a limb and out on faith. And my first year, I lost so much money. It was tough. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they can tell you the same thing. Your first year or two, you're going to lose money because you invest in trying to get your brand out there. But now business is booming and things are great. So I'm just glad that I didn't give up.
Okay, so what made you want to start giving back to the community?
Just growing up and not having much. I remember when we didn't have much in our family, just seeing the family around us, they weren't even able to help us at times. And just knowing that I'm one of the people that was able to go on and do better for myself. And a lot of people weren't given opportunity, or they're still in that same situation. And although I made it out, I'm not a pure reflection of my community because so many people, I don't represent the majority. There's so many people still in the community that are struggling, that don't have much. And that's what I want to do, give back to those people and show them that there's somebody out there that's still grinding for y'all. I do it for the people that feel like they're overlooked and they don't have help.
Okay. How do you take in like the negative comments?
Man, my biggest thing is just protecting my energy. Whatever I'm focused on, whatever goals I want to accomplish, protecting that piece. And if the negative energy, if you give it too much of your time, then you're going to allow it to throw you off. If it doesn't help me accomplish my goals or get the things done that I want to get done, it doesn't even matter.
what made you start liking sports or like wanted to be a part of a team in some way?
It's a few reasons. Just growing up, like I told you, just seeing the people playing sports, I wanted to do that. But also, just some of the situations I was battling through in life, you get out on the field, and it was kind of like therapy. You get away from life, and you just get to unleash that pain on the field and just have fun for a little bit. Get away from all your life struggles, and that it was fun for me. It was a way to get away, but also what sports also teaches you is how to deal with people you don't necessarily agree with. Like growing up, I know you guys are in middle school. Like say you have a group project. You may not like everybody that's in your group, but at the end of the day, y'all have an ultimate goal. Y'all want to get a good grade on that project. So it teaches you how to deal with people that you may not necessarily agree with, but at the same time, you know, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to win the championship. And the last reason I would say is the competitive nature. Just dealing with people that want to succeed. They help you grow. They challenge you, and it's only going to make you better. And those are my reasons.
Okay. What was the way you and your teammates made practice fun?
Just competing and having fun with it. Like on the other side of the ball, those guys talking trash and you're talking trash, and it ultimately makes everybody better. I know in life sometimes, like in schools, say you're doing something with a friend and y'all are competing with each other, you'll see a lot of people take it easy on each other. But ultimately, you're kind of crippling them because they're not going to get better. And that's how we went about it on the field. Like even if it was a friend I was going against, I knew if I came with the ball in my hands, they were going to try to take my head off because in the game, that's what somebody's going to do. So it was ultimately about challenging each other and having fun with it. And then you look back at it and you appreciate those relationships and that competition.
Okay, what is one of your favorite sports quotes?
My favorite sports quotes?
Yes.
Dang, it's a lot of them. I'm trying to think. I might have to. I think I seen a quote from somebody the other day. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. There's so many of them.
Okay. What is the best part about competing?
Competing.
Mhm.
I just as a competitor, your competitive nature, you always want to go out and be the best. So just going against people and knowing that what you're aiming towards and coming out being victorious, or that possibility of coming out being victorious, it just drives you. And and life is nothing wrong with that. I see a lot of people, they kind of downplay competition. There's nothing wrong. Like I'm sure you guys are friends. Like she may want to be, say you guys want to both be painters or whatever. She may want to be the best painter in the world, and you may want to do the same thing. But it's not saying she can't do it and you can't do it if y'all both want to do it. At the end of the day, it's gonna drive y'all both to be better and challenge each other. Y'all both can compete towards the same goal and still show each other love. But that was really what I loved about it.
Okay. What emotions go through your head when you play well as like your first time really like being on the field and stuff?
It's when you play well, it's a great feeling because that's what you set out. It's like everything you practice for and everything you worked for, you're doing it the right way. You don't truly know until you go out on that field. And when you go out there and you have success, it's kind of a reaffirmation, letting you know that you're doing things the right way. You're on the right track. And sometimes you need that in life because you don't necessarily know until you know.
Okay. Is it hard, like running your clothing brand?
It has its ups and downs. Like initially, like when I first started, you just run into so many people, and that's how it is in business. You have so many people that are opportunists, aren't really about business for real, and you're new to the business, so you don't really know what's real and what's fake. So a lot of times you may get somebody may get over on you early on throughout the process, but it's all a part of the journey and learning. So now I know when I'm dealing with somebody that isn't in my best interest, and I don't even entertain them. But I had to learn those lessons early on, and just learning which people from a business perspective that you can rely on, as far as like people to work with, what people can you count on in crucial situations when you need things done. But it definitely teaches you a lot. And those first 2 years when I was doing it, I learned a lot. But we're rolling right now.
What do you have planned for the future?
Oh, okay, the future. Yeah, we got a few things. I can't really like. I know my story. We've been working on trying to turn it into a film. I've been talking with a few different producers, and hopefully soon we're putting ink to paper. I got some meetings coming up soon to see if we're gonna finalize those things and want continue to give back to the community and do those things. I know in November I'm gonna do a turkey drive for the community and probably give out over 200 turkeys. But we got a lot of things lined up on the business side of things. But everything that I do, as much success as I have, I appreciate all the supporters and just the people from the bottom that are still struggling. I know how it is. So we're gonna always make sure that we're giving back to the community and showing our appreciation because we know what it's like to be in that situation.
Do you have another book coming out soon?
Yeah, I'm working on getting one lunch next year. Probably like a 31-day motivational book just to follow and get you through the month. Not too long, pretty easy read. But to use that, it's coming off a best-selling book and everything that we've been working on behind the scenes has kind of been crazy. But we definitely want to get this second book out before April next year.
As you were talking about the turkey drive, do you have any other events that you'd like to give back to the community?
And man, we always thinking of different ways we can give back. I'm actually finalizing my nonprofit so we can do a lot more because everything I do now until the nonprofit is done is just out of my pocket, which I don't mind because, like I said, I appreciate everybody that supports, and that's my way of giving back to them, not only them but the community and the people that don't have. But with the nonprofit, we'll be able to do a lot more, and I want to get like 8 to 10 huge events done each year. But when we get that set up, it's close to being finalized. Once we get that set up, we'll be good to go.
Okay, so before we end this interview, do you have any advice for anybody that wants to start a business or just to start being in the NFL?
I just say, if you have the vision, believe in that vision, and um, don't allow anybody to sway you from that belief. Don't allow them to discourage you. A lot of people don't believe in themselves, so they try to put those insecurities on you. And I see a lot of people, they have friends around them that aren't truly people that have their best interests at heart. And when you tell them, hey man, I want to go do this, like man, you can't do that. And it's a person that they care about so much that it bothers them, and now they're discouraged and they don't want to chase it. Like, I don't care if it's your mother, brother. I don't care. If it's something that you truly want to do with your life and you're passionate about, go for it. Because when I was homeless and I told people that I was gonna go to the NFL one day when we were in our situation, people laughed at us. When I broke my leg in high school and doctors told me that my career would be over and I'd never play again, I said, okay, I'm gonna show you. Then I went on to play, and I won a national championship at college and went on to play in the NFL. You got to ultimately believe in what you're doing because other people, they may not have that same belief in you. But as long as your belief doesn't sway, then you'll be good to go. And just know that times are going to get hard. Anything in life worth having is not going to be easy. It's going to get hard. Life's going to hit you hard, but you got to be ready to hit it back harder.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stevenson, for your time. That's it for today, JSA. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.